Mhm. Hello, hello. Welcome to part 2 of Let's End Self-Sabotage. I'll wait for notifications to go out, some people to join me. All right, great. It's like we have a couple people here. Welcome. Welcome. My name's Claire Martin. I'm one of Corinne's graduates. Um, if you can hear me and see me, please put a comment in so that way I know everything's working well. Until I see that comment, I'll just go ahead and introduce myself. As I mentioned, I studied with Corinne and several other teachers and have learned all sorts of different energy healing types of work. Um, I can use different tools and different modalities. I kind of just let spirit lead the way. Uh, Sorry, I'm trying to look at my notes here. Just let spirit lead the way on what we're going to do. Yesterday, we spent some time doing some group healings. Hi, Carolyn. Okay, your last name is Okur. Tatan Yasmam. I apologize if I mispronounced it. Hey, Corinne. Um, yeah, so as I said yesterday, we had a fun time going through some different self-sabotage uh, issues. And we did some healing work around the limiting beliefs that we've got hanging around. Hi, Donna. And as I told the group yesterday, I seem to have signed up for a PhD in self-sabotaging techniques. So a lot of the stuff I'm going to talk about, I've either worked through or need to work through or done some work, and there's more to do. So I hope you don't feel called out, because my guides love to point out stuff that I need to learn too. Okay. First, oh, hi, Linda. Thank you for putting your name in there. That made it a lot easier. I was going to try to pronounce it. Okay. So glad to have you here today. Thanks, Carolyn. It's not really as exciting as you think. Um, so I did what I do, I guess, just to give you an idea, is that I use the Akashic Records as the base or the blueprint or the foundation, however you want to look at it, for the work that I do. I connect with the guides in the Akashic Records and I seek out um, their guidance. I channel what they say. Um, some of the other things that may or may not come up, depending upon whether they suggest it or not, might be angel cards, theta healing, channeling, that type of thing. Okay. And I do want you to know that this session is for everyone. I'm sure that there's something that you can receive. So even if a person says, oh gosh, I'm dealing with, you may also relate to that. And the healing is for you as well. Hey, Marcy. Hey, Facebook user. Is that Kathy again? Hi, Michelle. Welcome. Good to have you. All right. So today's topic is self-sabotage. And we're going to work through healing. And what I'm hearing from my guides is we'll just do something very similar to what we did yesterday, or at least we'll start off that way. I've met with them and gotten a few things that I need to talk about with this group. And as I work through that, if you would like to share any self-sabotaging habits, procrastination, perfectionism, negative self-talk. Yesterday we talked a little bit about self-pity as well. Anything that is standing in the way of your demonstrating your divine light is, in my mind, something that serves as self-sabotage. So if you are willing to share with me what you're struggling with, we can narrow in on some of those items. Michelle, thank you. All right. I think that's a real common one. I know I share it too. Negative self-talk. All right. Wanted to find a couple terms before we get going because, hey, Marcy, thank you. I wanted to find a couple terms just so that we're all on the same page. I'm going to use the term spirit. And what that means is it could be the creator, the divine, the universe, God, however you call it. Feel free to substitute in whatever word works best for you. But I'm usually talking about, when I say spirit, it's that. It's also guides, angels, loved ones, ascended masters, anyone who's not in physical form, anyone who's not here in physical form on 3D, I call that spirit. And the messages I receive are from spirit, but I don't necessarily know who, unless they're going to make it exceedingly obvious and tell me who they are. I just accept it and lump it all in together. Akashic records. I know we've had other Akashic records on Love Fest, Akashic record readers here on Love Fest. Just to let you know how I perceive it, I see it as an energetic database containing everything you've thought, you've experienced, you've done in this life, in previous lives, and also the potential for what could happen in the future. Now, the future can change because of free will. You can make a choice at any time that changes what that potential list is. So I tend to avoid looking at the future. Okay. I much prefer to work on our own stuff that we already know we have, or might learn that we have. Excuse me. All right. So I talked about different types of self-sabotage. And feel free to add more. Hi, Lisa. Feel free to add more things that you're dealing with that maybe I didn't mention. We can look at that as well. All right. So I like to do just a quick grounding exercise so I kind of know we're on the same page and getting ready to receive all the goodness. So let's close our eyes and take 3 slow, deep breaths. Making sure to uncross your arms and your legs. Just take those breaths at your own pace. And when you're done, wiggle your toes. I find that that's a great way to get grounded and feel present in this 3D world. All right. So, as I said, I spoke with my guides, with spirit, about some of the things that today's group needs to look at. And I'll make sure to add yours as well, that you list. And I do actually want to point out one other thing. Of course, with this energetic work, we can think that we're done doing the work. And when another trigger comes along, it might be a little different, might be slightly different flavor, but it triggers us again. Just know that you're going deeper. It's that same onion analogy you've heard a million times. You might have addressed that first layer, but there's still plenty more work to be done beneath. Okay. All right. So one of the first things that Spirit told me that we need to work on is receiving. Okay. I'm hearing compliments. What else? Just receiving good. Apparently we're putting up some barriers to receiving our good. All right. So what I'd like to do, I've kind of taken several different modalities and mushed them all together, and this is what I'll do. I'll make statements, in this case about not receiving. And if you would like to release those statements, say yes. If you're not interested in it, say no or sit quietly. And then what we're going to do is replace them with some positive beliefs. And if you want to receive the good, state yes. If you don't, state no or sit quietly. Okay, really easy. Again, this is another situation where free will is at play. If you're not interested in addressing a certain thing at right now in this moment, that's cool. There'll be plenty of opportunities to heal it. Okay, so let's see, not receiving. All right, so what I'm getting for statements for releasing that is I'm actually getting a worthiness statement as I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of receiving good. So we'll release that. We're off to a slow start here, but it'll speed up, I know. Other people are worthy, but I am not. So that's just another twist on that same phrase. Ouch. Why? Well, let me get that one again. Why would I be worthy? Okay, let's get rid of that one as well. And for positive statements, we will replace them with being a child of the divine. Excuse me. Being a child of the divine means that I am worthy. All of God's creations are blessed. I open myself up to receive my good. Okay, let's go ahead and let those in. I'm just going to witness that healing process, so we'll be quiet for just a moment. Oh, I also got another one. I surrender. And another. I am worthy of all the good headed my way. I like that. All right, now the next one got a little convoluted. Let me read my notes here. Oh, yeah, that's right. The next one has to do with appearing uncertain. And when I was diving down to get a little bit more information, I was told that this shows up in relationships and at work. So these healings will help you in both of these areas. When I say appearing uncertain, it's the relationship one came along as someone says, I love you. And you kind of don't respond. Okay. Now you're not obligated to say, I love you back. Let's make that perfectly clear. You are not obligated. But how do we want to word this? Okay, so one piece of that is it's important to open yourself up to receiving that affirmation of love. And if you feel it, it's important to be open enough to share it with others. All right. At work, it's a situation where perhaps your boss is asking you a question or a coworker is asking you a question and you don't seem to know. You don't seem to have the answer. The impression I'm getting is you really do have the answer. You really do know. Hi, Samina. You really do have the answers, but you're just worried about speaking up. Okay. So let me dive in and see what kind of negative thoughts we've got that are blocking our way. Hi, Jenny. Welcome. For those of you who are just joining us, we're working through some self-sabotage blocks, things that Spirit told me we need to work on healing. If you're willing to release whatever it is I state, say yes. If not, state no or sit quietly. And for receiving the new affirming beliefs, again, state yes if you'd like to receive that, no if you are not ready to receive. Okay. And also, I encourage you to add to this list. Hey, Kathy, I see your name. I encourage you to add to this list and in the comments, just put in the comments what types of things you're struggling with that you would like to receive some healing on. I don't, at least at this point, I haven't been picking one person and only healing for that person. I've just been healing for the group because a lot of us share some of the same things. Okay. All right. So again, let's see. Appearing uncertain, appearing, trying to get the word because I had asked if it meant like you didn't know or if you came across as not intelligent. And I was told, no, that wasn't the case. But there's this hesitancy to respond. So let's see. Okay, let's do the releases first. Sorry, the phrasing of the sentences I'm getting don't really fit in with what we're doing here. Let's see. Let's work on this again. So, appearing uncertain. I'm not good enough to answer that question. I'm not smart enough to answer that question. Let's see. I know there's more out there. Ooh. Okay, one came through this is that I have no idea what my boss is talking about. Are there any others? All right, doesn't look like it for right now. So we'll go ahead and release those. And I guess one thing I haven't mentioned is that the intention is that we're releasing through all times and spaces, all dimensions, all languages, all cultures. We're just letting that all go. And instead we're replacing it with I am divinely guided to the correct answer. I ask intelligent questions when I am uncertain. I am willing to share what I believe. Oh, and one more. My life is easier when I shine my light. Okay, excuse me. So we'll do those. The sort of correlated with that, the guides also told me about there are some who are afraid to offer their opinion. They may see chaos going on, but rather than say, "Hey, I think the problem here is a lack of communication," or "I think you're just missing one another. You're talking about this and you're talking about that, but you're not quite meeting in the middle there." Um, uh, Also, a fear of speaking up. So this is again kind of related to that last one, but it's almost like, you really do see that there's a path for you providing help and guidance, and you're just kind of hanging out in the shadows. Okay, so let's see what beliefs we can release. Oh, some of these are much. Never guess I speak English. Okay, some of these that are coming through are very much like what we did yesterday. So for those who are here for a second time, that's okay. We're going to go ahead and release them again. Okay, so I'm getting it's safe. Okay, that's the affirmative. What do we want? I choose to stay small. It's safe for me to stay small. I never have anything important to say. Let's release those. No one cares about my opinion. Let's let that go. Okay, I'm also being told to release. I like to see other people argue. That was an interesting one. I didn't expect that. All right. Let's release all those and replace them with some good stuff. Okay. The world needs to experience my light. I am willing to share what makes me unique. I value my opinion. That's a good one. What others? Got half a sentence here. It is important for me to speak up. All right, so let's go ahead and let those affirming statements come in. Okay. All right. So let's get to negative self-talk. All right. That one I think is a very pervasive one, because it, at least in my life, I've seen it show up in a lot of different ways, even in things that I didn't expect for it to show up. So let's see what kinds of beliefs we're holding that we can release now. I can hide behind my negative self-talk. Other people are just going to criticize me anyway. What's the point in being positive? And that actually brings up a good point. I don't think there is a point in being positive, just spouting positive words, unless you can really, as long as there's just a little bit of a window for you to accept it. If you're just saying the words, I don't really feel that it serves you in any way. If you would, please put in comments if this is helping you out. if you're feeling like any of this is hitting, and if not, we can move on to other topics. Okay, so those were the negative beliefs that we're releasing. Oh, let's hear the positive stuff. Okay. Oh, okay. So one really simple one. I am special. I am deserving. I've got several of them that are getting jumbled up, so I'm trying to figure out. I'm getting the sense that we're just supposed to all put our arms out and say, look at me. I am my own best friend. That's another one that's coming up. Okay, I am my own best friend. Okay. Good. I'm glad you guys are finding that I am an intelligent person. I love that, Kathy. I am an intelligent person. All right, let's see if there's any other. That's weird. I'm getting this one as well. And that's not weird, but I just didn't expect it to come along. I love myself first and best. Thinking about that one, it's like, who do you have to live with your whole life? No one is guaranteed, right? Your spouses, your siblings, your parents, your children. No one is guaranteed to be there your entire life. So loving yourself first and best makes a lot of sense. There we go, Carolyn. Thanks for adding on. All right, so we're developing our own positive statement here. I love this. I am an intelligent person and healing and useful. Okay, let's take those in. Let's take those in for healing, okay? I am an intelligent person. I want to deal with the healing one. I am a useful person. I serve others. I jump in when help is needed. I wanted to just take a break on the healing one because it feels like there could be a lot involved in that. Oh, well, that works, Carolyn. Thank you. Good. I'm glad that this is healing and useful for you. I'm trying to think, because if we say something like, I am healing, I wonder if we ever reach a point where we're healed, or if this is always like it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So let's go with, My healing comes to me in divine timing. Because the truth is, we can only do so much on our own. So I like that. All right. So let's see. We had negative self-talk. I know we had some people say some of the other stuff from the other day would also be helpful. All right. Let's talk about procrastination. Okay. Um, is that what we want to talk about? Checking in with spirit. Yeah, they're okay with that. All right, let's talk about procrastination. Um, all right, some of the negative beliefs around procrastination. I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. I'll just leave it to someone else. All right, let's release those. Let's bring in some positive thoughts. I can do anything I set my mind to. I have all the resources I need to get the job done. I am strong and powerful and intelligent. I like that. So, Kathy, is that your negative belief? I can always do it another day. I'm going to take it as that. So let's go ahead, because that feels like a great way to procrastinate. So let's go ahead and release that as well. I can always do it another day. And we'll replace that with now is the perfect time to get my work done. It's going to say chores. So if there's somebody out there not doing chores, yeah. And obviously now isn't always the perfect time, but if you choose to embrace that belief, it's a lot easier to find things that need to be worked on. I'm scared to do it. Okay, so let's take that. Let's take that. Let's release I'm scared to do it. Yeah, I'm getting I am capable. I keep on getting one about Google, so I'm just gonna like let it come out because it keeps on coming out. Google knows everything. Okay, you fit in your favorite search engine, but you get the idea. Same thing with YouTube. I find everything I need through Google and YouTube. I'm okay, so I'm scared to do it. Let's find out what those positive beliefs are. And okay, and you know what? I'm being encouraged to stop for just a second. If there's a reason that you're scared, if it's a situation where you could be in physical harm, um, then please put thought into the plan. Please get help if you need help. If it's just, I really don't know how to do this, and so that's kind of scary, we can work on that. So we said I am capable, and Kathy added Alexa's always correct. There we go. Let's see. I'm scared to do it. I'm waiting for a beautiful nugget. It seems like we're dancing around it. Okay, this is what I'm getting. Experience is the best medicine for fear. I like that because that I can embrace that as well. Yeah, and I was trying to tap into something else, but that seems to be the big one. How many times have you been afraid to do something, and once you did it, it wasn't a big deal? Um, and once you've done it, you know how to do it, so it's not scary again. I might mess it up. Oh, okay. Let's go with that. Let's release I might mess it up. Let's release I might make a mistake. Let's release I'm going to do it wrong. What other ones are coming through? Okay, those are most of them that I got. Let's go ahead and get some positive thoughts too. I might mess it up. All right, the first one that came through is I am divinely guided. Um, and this is some cliche, but it's true. But it's coming through too, so I guess we need to hear it. And that is, there's no such thing as a mistake, just a lesson. At least that's how it's being worded to me. No such thing as a mistake, just a learning opportunity is the other way it's come through. All right. Feel like we need a few more positive ones on that. I am grateful for being guided to do it correctly. Oh, here's another one. I lean on my guides. I guess they're leaving it there. I depend on my guides. I trust my guides. They keep on adding to it. All right. So let's see. Yeah, even grandma makes mistakes. Others will make fun of me. Yes, hello, Maurice or Morris. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Um, what we are doing is group healings for self-sabotaging or for self-sabotage. Those negative thoughts that come in our brains that we're just like, let's replace it with something positive. So if there's something that you're working on, examples are procrastination or negative self-talk, or I'm trying to think of what are some of the other examples I've used. Um, Being afraid to answer questions, things like that. Let me know. We can go ahead and add you on the list for looking into it. We've still got some time left. So what I'm doing is I'm reaching out to my guides, to what I call spirit, getting suggestions for negative stuff we need to let go, getting positive suggestions, and as you can see from the comments, we're also getting some great interactions going for things we need to heal. Self-hatred. Ooh, yeah. Okay. We'll get that one in. Okay. I can do this with grace and ease is beautiful, Carolyn. Thank you for suggesting that. Let's go ahead and take that one in. And Maurice, what we're doing is as I make a statement that's a negative statement, if you want to release it, just state yes. If you don't, state no or sit quietly. And then when we do the positive beliefs, just state yes after I state them, or state no. You're always at free will as to what you're wanting to heal. Okay, so I want to go. Okay, Carolyn, I don't want to call you out, but is there something specific that your self-hatred is related to? Is it physical? Is it like a health thing? Or is it mental? I'm just trying to figure, self-hatred could go in so many different directions. And it's definitely something that we want to heal. Get in touch with spirit, see what they have to say. All right, so some of the stuff that's just coming through is I'm no good. So let's release that. I'm no good. Trying to see what they're sending. Okay. All right. So I got from the guides, I'm no good. I know that for some of us, we're dealing with body issues. So we can go with I hate my body. Let's release I hate my body. Let's release I'm ugly. That one's come up. And let's also release I'm too short. All right. So let's let those go. Let's embrace let's embrace I love myself as I am. Guides are getting quiet, so let me get a little bit better connection with them. Very good. Okay. My height does not define me. Let's go ahead and embrace that. And I am made of divine stuff. I think we're being reminded over and over again about the nature of God that lives within us and that defines us. That seems to be coming up over and over. Internalize how challenging it is. Well, Rosalba, we're reading everybody. I'm asking guides for help. If there's something that you would like work on very specifically, share that with us, because there's probably somebody else in the group. I'm not doing readings like predicting, the future or anything like that. We're working on stuff that just kind of gets stuck if we don't start releasing it. Yeah, wonderful things come in small packages. Okay, for those who feel the need to embrace that, let's welcome that. Wonderful things come in small packages. Okay. Um, Carolyn, I could have a talk to you for probably, an hour about how challenging it is to be a human and how on earth did we decide to come here? Who saw our hand raise and said, okay, you get to go? And guess what? It's not going to be easy. My hair is wimpy. Okay. Things have been changing in my overall self. Is that a positive that you want to embrace, Rosalba? Is there a negative that's going along with that? Um, all right, so let's talk about hair, right? Because there's a lot of ways that hair can be changed. Just talking about from a very practical perspective, right? There's all those tools and gels and mousses and stuff that you can do to change your hair. Stylists can cut your hair in ways that can be very flattering. Um, so I guess for me, I'm saying that if you do struggle with that, maybe from a practical point, maybe it's time to to meet with someone who can help you with that. From an energetic level, though, obviously we can take a look at that. So let's get rid of my hair is wimpy. And I've heard people say my hair is too curly, my hair is too straight, my hair is too dark. I don't like the color. Um, I'm getting one. I wish I weren't blonde. Um, all right, let's release all that. Um, and let's embrace. I always style my hair in a flattering way. Resources are available to change my hair's natural characteristics. That's how that's coming through. Um, and there's another one that we can do, and that is just I love my. We can change it, but why do we have to? All right. Hey, Gail, your hair is purple. That's cool. Oh, sorry about that, Rosalba, with the health. Get a haircut. Well, maybe a haircut is the thing. I'm not, I mean, you can see I just let my hair go straight, so I don't know. Um, but what I do know, okay, what's his name? Justin Hickox has I think it's spelled Hickox. He has a YouTube channel, and I have no idea how old you are, but he does a lot of stuff with flattering styles for mature women kind of thing, and I just watch him because he's funny. He makes good comments, but there might be something that you get from that. I don't know. It's just there's so many options available to you. I just want you to be aware of what's available. All right. Let's see. Okay, so let's do a quick one on health. Um, Obviously, I'm not a doctor, and so let's not pretend like I'm going to heal something like that. But what we can do is work on the positive state or the negative statements you're embracing, and replace it with positives. And we are getting into the last few minutes of this, so this will be the last thing we talk about today. I guess before we move on, I am here tomorrow, same time. Don't know if tomorrow's session will be exactly like this because I just let Spirit tell me what to do. I really thought Spirit was going to tell me to work with Oracle cards today, and they did not. So that's why we're doing what we're doing. We'll just have to see how tomorrow goes. And certainly if we didn't get to go through your issues, will be available tomorrow at the same time to do it. Okay. Also, I do want to mention that in the description for the video, there is a link that you can click on to sign up to get my free gift. It's related to self-sabotage and ideas for you, steps that you can follow to help yourself, with self-sabotaging habits. All right, let's see. So let's do health and body kind of rolled up in one. All right. So waiting for the guides to come in with the negative statements. I am getting, I weigh too much. I also am getting, I am too thin. Okay, they're giving me yours, Rosalba. My health is going south. That's a negative belief. We don't want to embrace that. Let's see what else is going on. All right, not getting anything else right now. So let's go with let's release all that. Say yes to releasing. And let's instead embrace let's get the guides going. With guidance from spirit, I can change my weight. And see, they've worded that one to cover both the I'm too heavy and I'm too light. All right. I love my body exactly as it is. I am surrounded. Oh, interesting. I am surrounded by physical and non-physical. Let's see how it's worded. Healers. I am surrounded by physical and non-physical healers. Is there anything else? That's all I'm getting from them. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Say thank you to the healers for all of their help. Thank you to you guys for speaking up. This was a lot of fun being able to do these exchanges and getting some new ideas on things to work on. I really do appreciate your time here today. I wish you the very best. And of course, encouraging you to embrace these positive affirmations, if you will. And if you find yourself slipping into negative self-talk again, if you find yourself dissing your appearance, I encourage you to speak the affirmations. I encourage you to ask yourself what's really true. Do I really believe this? Is this really true? Let's send yourself a little extra love. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. You're welcome, Gail, Miss Buddha. You're welcome. Welcome. It was so good to spend time with you, and see you tomorrow.